All right, welcome back to the channel. Today is a new day, new device. We have the TCL 60XE NXTPAPER 5G. This is a e-ink phone. Just a real quick look around the packaging. And here's the back. Pause that if you'd like to look at the details there. But let's cut this open, take a look at the phone. Let's close that. Sliding open, nothing on the top. Immediately you're greeted with the phone. Let's slide that out this way. And underneath here, let's see what we have. We have a nice Type A to Type C cable, no charger, and just paperwork. No case, no charger. Kind of typical for devices in the US. So put that back. This is what that looks like on the paper wrapper. So we can see that this one is the 8 gig 256 model. Has an 6.8 inch display, dual speakers with a slightly over 5,000 milliamp hour battery. And let's slide that right out of there and take this giant sticker off. All right, got that sticker off. It was actually on there pretty good, but first look around, we've got the camera module there, TCL branding. This is the right side from the display. You've got a toggle here. Looks like power button here and your volume rocker. Straight across on the left side, you've got something there. We'll figure that out in just a moment. Bottom, nice to see. You've got a headphone jack. Look at that. Something you never really see on phones these days. Type C, speaker on the bottom. Let's try and power that on. Nice little vibrate. TCL. All right, while we're waiting on that, I'll clean up some of these. Little song. Hello. We got vision settings. That's kind of cool right off from the start. So we are in English, United States. That is all. There's not a lot of options. So while I was typing, I could hear the vibrate, but I really couldn't feel it on the keyboard. Let me get signed into the Google account. Be right back. All right, so after you get signed in, it will ask you to set up your fingerprint if you'd like. We'll give that a try. So I'll do that with PIN. Let me create that. And I'm going to put this next to the microphone so you can hear the vibrate. Hopefully you could hear that. It's kind of weak, but you can definitely hear it, and it is slightly noticeable, but not as good as you would expect. The power button does work as a fingerprint sensor. It's not as reliable as some others that we've used in the last year or two. All right, then it brings you to this, the Next Vision. You can see it kind of transitions when it's off or on. It's got image enhancement. Let's see if it shows anything. And video enhancement. Gaming enhancement. Kind of cool. We'll continue. We'll leave those on. You've got text assist and gesture wake up. Swipe up with 3 fingers and it will bring up the AI. You've got your terms. I'm going to skip the experience program. That's a cool little wallpaper. All right, so we're not doing the SIM card just yet. This is what we have right from the get-go. So you can see all the default installed applications. You've got some tools up here. Your app drawer. So it looks pretty clean. It looks like it's mostly just Google things. A TCL AI system. Radio, that's interesting. Probably FM radio using the headphones. That's something you also haven't seen in a very long time. So give me just a minute. I'm going to check for any updates again. I'll put my SIM card in, and we'll do a little short dive around. All right, so this is the SIM tray on the left. Just doesn't look like what you would typically see, because usually when, I don't have a phone with me, I've got the Pixel as a eSIM. Usually it's got that hole in the tray itself and not next to it, so it kind of threw me off. But that is your SIM tray. Removing that, you can see there's a seal there. And you've got not only dual SIM, 1, 2 here, but you also have a spot for a micro SD card, which I've got sitting here. So we'll give that a try. And we'll put a SIM. All right, and this is what it'll look like when you get your SIM and micro SD card in. Let me slide that into the phone. And there we go. Testing the fingerprint. You can hear it buzzing. There it goes. It's a little bit on the slower side, but yeah, there's not a lot that you can expect for, a roughly $200 phone. I spent $199 on the upgraded model. There's the fingerprint. We can see the service connection is up, so we've got some bars. I see the NFC icon. Come on, there we go. First, look at the settings menu. So here is the display off for the TCL, and you can see there's nothing reflecting. Like, you can't see the camera that I'm recording with, you can't see the ceiling fan. But if I bring in my Pixel 10 Pro XL, suddenly you can see the ceiling fan, the iPhone 17 Pro that I'm using to record this real quickly. It's all super clear, but the TCL, there is no reflection there. Looking at the light from the window, it's noticeable that there's a reflection, but it's not as obnoxious as it is with the Pixel. Like, that is incredible. So while we're still in the settings here, let's take a look at the NXTPAPER zone. Here's your eye care. Okay, I guess there's not much for eye care. No information or anything else there. Odd. Just weird and glitchy. Here is the display setting. So you can do light mode or dark mode. You can schedule it. Here's your eye comfort. You've got a reading mode. Turn that on. You see it went right to a grayscale kind of display. That's really cool. Visual enhancements. We saw that during setup. Your color, vivid, natural, or advanced if you'd like to really tweak that. I'm going to leave it on vivid. Makes this look a little bit more of a white than that does. That's a little more of a red. You can sleep this. Your smart display refresh. You can lock it to a 120 or 60 or use the dynamic. Now, I'm sure this does not have LTPO, so it's not going to go all the way down to 1 hertz, but still cool to see on a $200 phone. Sure, let's put that battery percent. You can see it's a real small, but 26, 36, something like that. I can't really read that. You've got notification icon folder. Here you can do some magic with the camera punch out there. Smart resolution. Here's your vibrate section. There's your vibrate is on. More sound settings. Smart manager. So it's a 36 up there. Okay. Advanced features. So we've got some quick gestures, 3-finger screenshot. I do wish more manufacturers implemented that. Samsung, Google. Screen record. You got a sidebar. Look at that. That's pretty cool. E-signature. You got a, is it GIF or GIF? You got whatever it is, maker. Smart voice memo. This is their AI. I guess you have to log in to maybe access that. I don't know, but looks like it's enabled. Power. I want to see what this is. So power is set to quickly open the camera. And if you do a long press, it will open up the assistant, which is nice. And again, if you can hear that, there's friction there, which is not typical for a display. So it's pretty cool to hear that. There we go. So I just saw something about SD card there. You've got your Google News. That's pretty smooth. Look at that. That's actually really impressive for a $200 phone. So if there's anything you guys want to see from this, do let me know. Let's see where the volume is here, and give me just a moment to see if I can find some non-copyrighted music, and we'll play the sound. All right, so we're going to check out the sound here. It does say that it's a stereo. It's definitely more from the bottom. Cover it. You can hear that it's drastically reduced and not equally balanced. That's coming out right here at the earpiece. All right, not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see how long it takes for the camera. Not bad, just about 2 seconds or so. And if I take a picture, there's the detail of that image. You can see that it's not bad. It is a $200 camera, so that's impressive for the value. Some of the other options here, let's go there. More settings. Turn that sound off. There we go. So let's take a look at this toggle right here. So it's at the bottom, and it's asking what mode, I guess. So let's say ink. That was cool. So it just goes to a black and white. So if we go in, let's go here. Here. Let's go back into this one. That was kind of fun. All right, so if we bring it down, we come back out of that. let's go to that one and see what that does. All right, so visually, I don't know what's changed. I do know that some of these here have changed, so it looks like it reduces what you can and cannot do. There's no more app drawer. There's no more left or right pages, so no Google News. So this looks like it's just a straight e-reader, and that's it. In fact, your settings have pretty much all gone away. So that is going to be if you want to do your ebooks and really get some longevity out of the battery. Oh, I guess there's not a middle. It's just a 1 or 2. Makes more sense. Okay. We're learning here, guys, as we go. So color paper mode. So it's still a little bit of a grayscale with some colors. You have your news and other apps. So let me know in the comments what you would use this for, guys. I'm curious. Smooth still. Look at that. Nice and smooth. So this is the first look at the TCL 60XE NXTPAPER 5G. If there's anything you guys want to see specifically, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely try to make another video and show you whatever that is. But this is my first e-ink type of phone. I've had, you know, the Kindles and the Kindle Scribe and those ones, but I haven't had one like this. So this is going to definitely be a learning experience. I'll have to see if I have any old school headphone jacks, headphones to go in the jack there, and see how that sounds and play with the radio, which I guess we can try. So yeah, it does require that acts as your antenna. But let's see if just scrolling around will do anything. Oh, I guess it won't even let you try without that. All right. So let me know if there's anything you guys want to see, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hang out with me for some more videos. See you guys soon.